going to look at how white nationalism might exist within Capitol Police as part of a thorough investigation. Because as we experienced Wednesday's horrible events, my first question was, how the hell were they able to penetrate the Capitol? Why were Capitol Police so undermanned and overwhelmed so quickly? Why wasn't there more coordination between Capitol Police, Department of Homeland Security, and the FBI in preparation for this event? So many unanswered questions, and that's why we need a thorough investigation. And as we've seen on the media, some of the Capitol Police let the rioters into the Capitol. And as we've seen on the media, some of the Capitol Police let the rioters into the Capitol.
And as we've seen on the media, some of the Capitol Police let the rioters into the Capitol.
So, yes, Donald Trump needs to be removed immediately.
In another case, authorities even require a facial scan for toilet paper in a public restroom in Beijing. According to a BBC report, after scanning your face in the bathroom, toilet paper machines will dispense about an arm's length of toilet paper. To get more paper, you'll have to wait 9 minutes and scan your face again.
Well, I'm not in a position to determine what the government can do in a forceful way.
And without the adequate rules by which people will be required to behave and
without the adequate rules by which people will be required to behave and
everybody in America, I think, is beginning to come to understand that this president is not leading now. He's playing out an election strategy. He's more focused on getting the economy moving before all the experts say you ought to be putting people back together in close quarters again. And without the adequate rules by which people will be required to behave, and certainly without the adequate testing that other countries are doing. I think Mike Barnacle a moment ago listed countries, almost 20 countries or more. I mean, most of the countries dealing with this crisis at a high level are doing better than the United States of America.
testing.
And
Do you feel blame?
Are you mad? Do you feel like Wolves the Bombs right friends? Get friends, get married,
the right knowledge, at least what we know at the time, is what's getting out there. Yeah, so I think one of the most important functions that Facebook and our apps can do right now is help connect people with authoritative health information and experts, and at the same time to limit the spread of misinformation. So on the work that we're doing to connect people with authoritative health information, we've actually directed more than 2 billion people to this COVID-19 information center that we built, that we put at the top of the Facebook app for everyone, and through these educational pop-ups that we put throughout the product.
Look, and without the adequate rules by which people will be required to behave
and without the adequate rules by which people will be required to behave and...
Did you order Alexei Navalny's assassination? Of course not. We don't have this kind of habit of assassinating anybody. That's one. Number two is, I want to ask you, did you order the assassination of the woman who walked into the Congress and who was shot and killed by a policeman? Do you know that 450 individuals were arrested after entering the Congress, and they didn't go there to steal a laptop. They came with political demands. 450 people have been detained.
You're talking about the Capitol.
They're looking at...
You're talking about the Capitol.
They're looking at jail time between 15 and 25 years. And they came to the Congress with political demands. Isn't that persecution for political opinions? Some have been accused of plotting to take over government power. Some are accused of robbery. They didn't go there to rob. The people, the individuals whom you mentioned, yes, they were convicted for violating their status of individuals who had been previously convicted and given suspended sentences. Twice an individual was given suspended sentences. Essentially, it was a warning not to violate the Russian laws. And he completely ignored the requirements of the law. The court went on and turned the conviction into real jail time. Thousands and thousands of people ignore requirements of the law, and they had nothing to do with political activities in Russia every year, and they go to jail. If somebody is actually using political activities as a shield to deal with their own issues, including to achieve their commercial goals, then it's something that they have to be held responsible for.
This is something that I actually put in my folder when I came out here today. You have no idea what it is. Nobody does, because it arrived on the internet to me this morning. It's a request for the rights to use my song, Another Brick in the Wall 2, in the making of a film to promote Instagram. So it's a missive. It's a missive from Mark Zuckerberg to me, right? Arrived this morning with an offer of a huge, huge amount of money, and the answer is fuck you. No fucking way. And I only mention that because this is an insidious, it's the insidious movement of them to take over absolutely everything, you know. So those of us who do have any power, and I do have a little bit, in terms of the control of the publishing of my songs, I do anyway, so I will not be a party to this bullshit, Zuckerberg.
So definitely, and so much appropriate concern about January 6th, what happened that day. Unfortunately, we don't know all that happened that day. There are some major, major questions that need to be answered. We know that the former chief of the Capitol Police testified that they got no intelligence from the FBI about potential violence on January 6th. And, you know, there were lots of stories about people that were here at the Capitol on January 6th that may have carried a Confederate flag, may have had red and MAGA or Trump, but the Capitol Police had told me the day before, hey, we've heard there's going to be people that hate Trump that are going to be trying to blend in, and there is going to be violence, and we're concerned about it. But the chief of Capitol Police said they got no intel like that from the FBI. An article a few days ago from Revolver says unindicted co-conspirators in the January 6th cases raised disturbing questions of federal foreknowledge. It was June 14th. And I saw my friend Tucker Carlson cover this last night. But this is really disturbing, and this is something that I know from my time here in Congress has disturbed Democrats and Republicans alike across the aisle, because we don't like to see government agents stirring up trouble or find that there are criminal acts that would not likely have occurred had not the federal government been participating.
This thing had less views, 406,000 views. This is the day afterwards. Trump's farewell speech had like 6 million. This thing here had 400,000 views, and here's the numbers that really got me. This is on the official White House page. 28,000 dislikes. Where all these people at that like the guy? I'm not saying they're not there. I'm just stating that 28,000 dislikes to 4.1 thousand likes for this guy.